Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. You ever bomb a joke? Completely eat it in front of a live audience? It's rough, right? Well, approaching a woman can feel like that sometimes too. You're not alone. Today we're talking about the top 5 mistakes guys make when approaching women and, more importantly, how you can avoid them. So buckle up, grab your notebooks, and get ready to learn from the master of awkward encounters. That's me. Alright fellas, first up, we've got the classic overthinker. You know the type. The one who gets caught up in their own head, analyzing every little detail until they're paralyzed by indecision. It's like their brain is a hamster on a wheel, constantly spinning but not really getting anywhere. They see a woman they're interested in and suddenly they're Shakespeare trying to write the perfect sonnet in their head. Every word, every gesture is scrutinized to the point of absurdity. They imagine all the possible scenarios, from the perfect romantic encounter to the most embarrassing rejection. Should I use a pickup line? Should I just say hi? Should I compliment her on her outfit or ask about her day? The questions keep coming, each one more complicated than the last. Should I just say, hi? What if she thinks I'm lame? What if I stumble over my words? What if I say something stupid and she laughs at me? The fear of rejection looms large, casting a shadow over every potential interaction. What if she thinks I'm lame? What if she doesn't even notice me? The overthinker is trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and second-guessing, unable to take that first step. Next thing you know, they've paced back and forth so much they've worn a hole in the floor. The anxiety builds, and the opportunity slips away. It's a classic case of analysis paralysis. Listen up, guys. Simplicity is key. Don't overcomplicate it. The more you think about it, the harder it becomes. Sometimes, the best approach is the simplest one. A genuine smile and a friendly greeting can go a long way. A genuine, hey, how's your day going? Works wonders. It's not about impressing her with your wit or charm, it's about making a connection. Keep it light, keep it simple, and most importantly, keep it real. Remember, you're not trying to win an Oscar here, you're just trying to start a conversation. The goal is to break the ice, to open the door to further interaction. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect. The best approach is the one that feels the most natural and relaxed. When you're comfortable, it shows, and it makes the other person feel comfortable too. Confidence is attractive, but it doesn't mean you have to be someone you're not. So take a deep breath, channel your inner chill, and just go for it. The worst that can happen is she says no, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Every interaction is a learning experience, and the more you practice, the easier it becomes. So, stop overthinking, start doing, and watch how things change for the better. Alright, mistake number 2, coming on too strong. Picture this. You're at a coffee shop, you see a woman you like, and you immediately morph into a combination of Romeo and a used car salesman. You're laying it on thick with the compliments, the winks, the whole 9 yards. Whoa there, Casanova, dial it back a notch. Remember, you're trying to build a connection, not scare her off. Think of it like building a campfire. You start with a little kindling, some gentle flames, not a raging inferno right off the bat. Focus on building rapport first. Ask her questions, listen to her answers, and let the conversation flow naturally. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Chapter 3. Mistake number 3, me, myself, and I. Next up, we've got a mistake that's all about, well, you guessed it, you. This is one of the most common pitfalls people fall into, especially when they're nervous or trying to impress someone. It's easy to get caught up in your own world and forget that a conversation is a two-way street, talking too much about yourself. You might think that sharing your stories and experiences will make you more relatable or interesting, but it can actually have the opposite effect. When you dominate the conversation, it can come off as self-centered and inconsiderate. Look, we get it. You're fascinating, you've got a lot to share, and that's great. But there's a fine line between being engaging and being overbearing. It's important to be mindful of how much you're talking about yourself, and to make sure you're giving the other person a chance to share as well. You've got stories, accomplishments, and a whole highlight reel playing in your head. And while it's natural to want to share these moments, it's crucial to remember that the person you're talking to has their own stories and experiences too. A conversation should be a mutual exchange, not a one-sided monologue. But here's the thing, women can smell self-obsession a mile away. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. If you're constantly steering the conversation back to yourself, it can be a major turnoff. People want to feel heard and valued, not like they're just an audience for your life story. It's like wearing too much cologne, a little goes a long way, but too much is just overwhelming. The same goes for talking about yourself. A few well-placed anecdotes can add to the conversation, but if you're constantly talking about yourself, it can become overwhelming and off-putting. Instead of turning the conversation into a one-man show, focus on her. Show genuine interest in what she has to say. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more about herself. This not only makes the conversation more balanced, but also shows that you value her thoughts and opinions. Ask about her interests, her passions, her dreams. People love to talk about what they're passionate about, and showing interest in these areas can help build a deeper connection. It also gives you a chance to learn more about her and find common ground. Listen attentively, and I mean really listen, not just wait for your turn to talk. Active listening involves paying attention to what the other person is saying, asking follow-up questions, and showing that you understand and care about their perspective. This can make a huge difference in how the conversation flows and how the other person feels about you. Remember, the key to a good conversation is balance. It's about give and take, sharing and listening. When both people feel heard and valued, the conversation becomes more enjoyable and meaningful for everyone involved. Make it a dialogue, not a monologue. By focusing on the other person and showing genuine interest in their thoughts and experiences, you can create a more engaging and rewarding conversation for both of you. So next time, remember to balance the me, myself, and I with a healthy dose of you, yourself, and yours. Chapter 4. Mistake number 4, the phone zone. Alright guys, this next mistake is a big one in the age of smartphones not being present. We live in a world where our phones are practically glued to our hands. Notifications, messages, social media updates, they all demand our constant attention. But here's the thing. When you're with someone, especially someone you're interested in, your attention should be on them, not your phone. You're talking to a woman, but your phone is out, you're scrolling through social media, or worse, you're checking out other people in the room. This sends a clear message that you're not fully engaged in the conversation. It can make the other person feel undervalued and unimportant. Imagine how you'd feel if the roles were reversed. Dude, that's like trying to watch a movie while reading a book and juggling chainsaws. It's just not a good look. Multitasking might seem efficient, but in reality, it divides your attention and makes you less effective at everything you're trying to do. When you're on a date or having a meaningful conversation, it's crucial to be fully present. When you're talking to someone, especially someone you're interested in, put the phone away. This simple act shows that you value the person in front of you more than whatever is happening on your screen. It demonstrates respect and genuine interest. Give her your undivided attention. This means actively listening, responding thoughtfully, and engaging in the conversation. It's about being in the moment and making the other person feel heard and appreciated. Make eye contact, nod along, and really listen to what she's saying. These nonverbal cues are powerful ways to show that you're engaged and interested. They help build a connection and make the conversation more meaningful. Trust me, your Instagram feed will still be there later. Social media can wait, but the opportunity to connect with someone in real life is fleeting. Prioritize the person in front of you over the digital world. But this moment, this connection, that's something special. It's these real-life interactions that build relationships and create lasting memories. Don't let your phone rob you of these precious moments. Don't let it slip away because you're too busy staring at a screen. Be present, be engaged, and show the person you're with that they matter. In the end, it's the connections we make with others that truly enrich our lives. Chapter 5. Mistake number 5, boundary issues. Last but not least, we have a mistake that's absolutely crucial to avoid: not respecting boundaries. This one's important, guys, so listen up. If a woman is giving you short answers, avoiding eye contact, or physically leaning away, those are clear signs that she's not interested. And you know what? That's totally okay. Not everyone you approach is going to be interested, and that's perfectly fine. The important thing is to respect her signals. Don't try to pressure her, guilt trip her, or keep pushing when she's clearly uncomfortable. A true gentleman knows when to back off gracefully. Remember, consent and comfort are paramount. Always prioritize her feelings and respect her boundaries. There you have it, folks. The top 5 mistakes guys make when approaching women, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Remember, approaching someone new can be nerve-wracking, but it can also be the start of something amazing. So be confident, be yourself, and most importantly, be respectful. Avoid these mistakes, and you'll be way more successful in your approach. Have you made any of these before? Let me know in the comments. And if you found these tips helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more dating advice.